All right. Namaste, great souls. I just had the inspiration to take this practice today very, very quietly with what's called minimal cues and just focus deeply on the affirmations and the breath. So I'll consider this a peaceful, slow, very inward practice. And I invite you to do the same. So we'll get started sitting comfortably. And welcoming the breath that's here all the time. Now we're attuning to it. So closing your eyes, rolling the shoulders down, tailbone down, but lengthening through the crown. Just hear the sound of the breath. Within every breath lies infinite power. Power to return back to our true nature, our source, our divinity. Lengthening the exhale. Within every breath lies infinite power. Gonna inhale, reach up, elongate, and then exhale, bring that left arm down, right arm extends. Soften the shoulder. Deep attuning. Within every breath lies infinite power. Inhale, coming back to center. And going over to the other side. Soften that shoulder away from the ear. Pulse. Even quietly now, inwardly, within every breath lies infinite power. Inhaling and heart opening. Other foot in front. Gentle neck rolls. Just half circles at your pace. This is your practice. Side to side. Adding mudra. Hearing the sound of your breath as a meditation. When you're ready, elongate. My intention is a peaceful inward practice. Notice what your intention is in this moment for our time together. Satsang and company, the truth seekers. Drawing the knees in, coming onto our bellies, onto the forearms. So last week we rested on the head. Here we're in an upliftment. Breathing in, legs strong. Soaring upward. So it's with wings of joy. I soar upward on my wings of joy. So we're going to bring our arms as our wings out to the side. Think of angel wings here, supported by archangels. As we inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, ease. Find your breath pulse. If you'd like, legs lift up too. I soar upward on wings of joy. Salambassana, locust pose. I soar upwards on wings of joy. And rest, stacking one hand, resting at the spiritual eye, large toes touch, heels apart, soften. Full yogic breath. Belly, heart, crown at your pace. Crown, heart, belly, feet. Okay, taking it into Bhujangasana, Cobra. We're rising upward joyfully to meet each opportunity as it arises today. I rise joyfully upward to greet each opportunity. If you'd like, lion's breath. Sticking out the tongue. And let the knees tap down. Opposite cat stretch. Really take your time exploring, rounding, and circling. Stabilize. Knees lift up. Slowly pour back. Atha Mukta Shavasana, downward facing dog. Calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Stepping forward, resting in forward fold, relaxing and casting aside any unnecessary mental burdens. I relax and cast aside unnecessary mental burdens. Releasing the arms, bending the knees, heart lifts, rising up. Pulse. And that inner strength and outer strength. Inhale. Coming into mountain pose. Yielding into the earth. And bringing the hands to the heart. I salute to the sun. That light within, and to the awakening of higher consciousness in all beings. That light is within every one of us, and we're awakening to it. And we're also adding prayers for others that they awaken to it as well. So however you do that, invoke that. Tap into the spiritual eye, the light of awareness that's always here. Now we're opening to it, the crown, lengthen and grow. And the back bend. Inhale, swan dive forward, hinging at the hips. Use a prop of a blanket for your knee if you'd like extra padding. Step your right foot back, lunge. Hips forward and back. Come on top, more so top on that right knee. Lengthen up with the upper body. Tailbone drawing down. Inhale. Cactus arms, warrior arms. I attune my will to the source of all power. I attune my will to the source of all power. Take that affirmation deeper and deeper within. Even silently as I'm saying it out loud. I attune my will to the source of all power, opening the heart. And coming forward into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Heel the toes back, left hip down, forward fold. And bow to the wisdom of the heart. Bow to the wisdom of the heart. And softening and bending that front knee back to lunge. Shimmy shake side to side. Feel the lift off the back knee and just go forward and back again. Step it back to plank. Forward and back. One forearm down, then the opposite. And the knees touch back to Sphinx. Lengthening up. And deepening into our back bend. You can either stay down like this and grab the back foot, or you can come up partially, reaching behind you, and half bow. Lifting the thigh if possible or not. I'm recharging my scattered forces back to the central channel of my spine. Recharging the scattered forces that go here, there, everywhere, back to the central channel of my spine. And ease. Resting, taking that in. Couple rounds of full yogic breathing. And let's prep for Bhujangasana Cobra. I rise joyfully to meet each opportunity. I rise joyfully to meet each opportunity. Knees touch if they're not already. And our rounded cat. Take your time exploring the flow, the circular movement. Meditating on the sound of the breath, on the affirmation. Hover the knees, stabilize. Magnetize the heart toward the thighs. Calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Step one foot forward, then the other when you're ready. Again, it's your practice always. Just a moment of forward fold, enough to transition and release any unnecessary mental burdens. Let's massage the back of the medulla oblongata. The ego lodges here, but we could open to the spiritual eye. Let that light of the spiritual eye rise up as we inhale in chair, Uttasana, sweeping up. You decide what you'd like to release. What you'd like, attain as we rise up, back to mountain. Focusing on that light within, drawing the energy to that light, not getting it stuck in the ego jam, but opening that pathway. Saluting to the sun. I salute to the sun. I open to the light within. I offer prayers for all beings to attain their higher nature. May all beings awaken to their higher nature. You can bring specific souls to mind if you'd like, or keep it expansive in general. Tapping in, crown, do the same flow, of course, to the other side. Swan diving forward, large toes in. Inhale, left leg steps back. Knee ankle perpendicular, that just come forward and back. When you're ready, come on top of that left knee, if you can. Rising up. Back toes turned under. Inhale. Exhale. I attune my will to the source of all power. I attune my will to the source of all power. Feeling the depth of that affirmation. Maybe interlocking, maybe like this with the arms. Opening the heart to the source of all power. And reversing an Ardha Hanumanasana, peeling The right toes back, right hip down, both hands get touch. Or a little bit more of a diagonal stretch. We're still pouring over that leg. I bow to the wisdom of the heart. I bow to the wisdom of the heart. Inhale. Bending that front knee. Easing side to side. Back toe turns under. Lift that left knee off. Come forward and back. Forward and back. And when you're ready, stepping back to plank. Back. One forearm taps down, then the other. Tops of the knees touch, back to Sphinx. Legs are strong, energy is rising in all the chakras. Now let's see how we do in our half bow to the other side. It's always a different situation going on, different sides of the body. You can rest on your hands and reach back like that, or you can add that rising energy of the Sphinx as you reach back. Kick the leg back and lift off, recalling those scattered forces to recharge your spine, to come back through the central channel, recharging what's called the Sushumna. I recall my scattered forces to recharge my spine. Excellent. When you're complete, rest and digest. The pose, the affirmation. Oh, yogic breathing, supported by Mother Earth. And when you're ready, back to Bhujangasana, Cobra pose, legs strong. I joyfully rise to greet each opportunity today. Lion's breath. I joyfully rise to greet each opportunity today. And then knees touch down. Let's take a deep, wide-legged child's pose, prayer pose variation. Arms extended. You put a bolster or block at your spiritual eye or not. And then slowly around a cat again. Take your time and feel the circular movement in the hips, in the belly. Go side to side. And then hover off the knees. You could do forearm down dog or regular down dog. Spread it out diagonally. Sense and feel what's right for you as we affirm inwardly. Calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Calmness radiates through every cell of my body, every fiber of my being. Stepping one foot forward in our forward fold and the other. You decide how you want the hands, maybe massaging the back of the neck, scalp, maybe resting down. Relaxing and casting aside any mental burdens. And soften the knees. Care for others in that light of higher of consciousness that's here as we sweep up. And come back to mountain. So taking that in, salutation to that light within and to the light within all beings. So just as we shake out our head of the unnecessary mental blurs, sometimes the unnecessary thoughts come in, even when we're trying to do a sustained, uplifted practice. So if that's the case, just note them, maybe even make a fist with your hands and offer it up. Offer it up. You can offer both hands up to your higher source, just offering and letting go in different ways. One way we shook it out, another way is to let it out this way. Returning to the flow, the deepest truth of your being and all beings. Let's move into a balance pose if you would like, a block. Vrikasana, tree pose. I'm going to get a sip of water here. So we're going to root down to the left foot. And you can use a block, looking at a point in front of you, or moving your foot on your calf or your inner thigh. Maybe the arms are going to reach up like the branches of the tree. Affirming, I am calm, I am poised inwardly, even if we're wobbling, even if we fall, you come back to your center. Center of spiritual awareness in the upper chakras. I am calm, I am poised. Opening to peace and receiving the light as we draw that knee in, shake it out, swirl it from that focus and to ease. Always playing back and forth between rooting down, of course, through the right leg. Again, this will be different, energetic, but we're turning the hip out, maybe resting on the block, maybe the calf looking at a point in front of you, or the inner thigh. Vrikasana, tree pose. Maybe the branches are rising up. I am calm. I am poised. I can return to my center. that resilience. Things are very hard and challenging. Coming back to our center is the antidote always. And we get transformed through those challenges. And releasing. And drawing the knee in. Watching you don't step on the block. Circling. And let's take our hands on our hips and hula hoop circle. 3 times in each direction. All right. Block out. Well, we could use it for next pose here, maybe. So we're going to take it into a flow Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So legs extended. Left foot turns out. Bending your knee. Ankle align. Hips and shoulders. Minimal cues here. Opening the heart. And we're going to flow with our affirmation. Right hand down, left arm up. I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Coming back, going the other way. I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. Triangle and into Warrior 2. If you're ready for another round, if your body's up for this, I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. And now this time, we're going to take it into our Trikonasana. So you can have your block, or lightly touching your shin, extending both legs. Stacking the shoulders. Energy and joy fill my body cells. Energy and joy fill my body cells. Joy is a kosha within us. We want to nourish and fertilize and attune to and open to. Energy and joy fill my body cells. Softening the left knee, dancing our warrior, coming up, striking the knee over the second toe. And before we go to the other side, Prasarita Padottanasana, wide angle forward fold. Toes in, slide the hands down. You decide, do you want your wrists underneath your shoulders, then bending the elbows, hands above the ankles. Either way, in that cleansing of the mind, the cleansing of the blood flow to the brain. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders. Elongate the spine. Heel toe it in. And toes are going to face forward to come up. The knees are bent slightly. And we'll prepare the same flow to the other side. Right toes facing outward. Left foot in, minimal cues. Bending the right knee. Shoulders and hips. Opening the heart. Backing that knee over toward the second toe. As we flow, you think of holding your belly, comfort, nurturing. I joyfully manifest the power of the divine. The power of the divine is here. I'm opening to it in so many ways in yoga and other ways. Flowing to the other side. It's not quite a bent knee triangle. It's more like an extension. Hand on the belly. Joyfully manifest power of the divine. Keep tuning to the sound of your breath as we open up one more time. See how far you can bend that knee, what feels right to you as we come out. I need to step my foot in a little bit. And belly dance arms as we reach over into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Feel connected. Energy and joy fill my body cells. Like Uchita. Energy and joy fill my body cells. You're ready? We bend the right knee. We come up and turn the toes in again. This time, adding the heart opener that speaks to you. Interlocking behind you, hinging forward at the hips. Exhale. Knuckles up to the sky. And on the inhale, crown of the head toward the earth. On the exhale. Get out of gratitude practice. I am grateful for. See what springs up in your heart. I'm grateful for an opportunity to come together and share yoga and satsang together as we bring our left fingertips toward our right hand. We open into our twist. Palm starts out facing away, but then we rotate the palm in, bending the left elbow, easing the upper body down. Downward floss for our shoulders. Inhale, palm away from you, both arms extend. Exhale, palm in, left elbow bends. This needs some cueing. One more time. Extend, open, gratitude. And let that right arm come down, right fingertips face the left hand. The whole torso twist. Palm away. And then exhale. Right elbow bends, upper body releases. Inhale. I'm grateful for. You fill it in as you exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, ease. Somewhat, because we're going to come up and have the toes turned out in goddess pose. So, and we're going to squat down. The goddess. Right now in India, there's the Navaratri, the 9 nights of celebrating the goddess. We're going to sweep the arms up And bring the palms up and move down. And notice if the particular goddess energy comes to you. There's so many. And pulse with her. Dance with her as you come up. Add our twist. Bend the knee, look over the right shoulder, extend the left arm. Come back to center. Other side, bend the left elbow, extend the right arm. Back to center. Okay. Star pose, expansion. Toes turn in. Back to mountain pose, back to the front of our mat. Tuning in to the heart energy. Spiritual eye and crown, let that light open to it. It's here. Let it submerged in the eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I'm living in thy light. Take that affirmation deeper within as we flow. Spiritual eye, crown, elongate, and swan dive forward. Step it back if it's in your practice to three-legged dog. Possibly lifting the right leg up. Left heel down. Bending the knee. Rotating the ankle. Coming into pigeon, draw the knee toward the chest. And then the knee between the hands. Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana. On the fingertips and thumbs, rise up. Top of the back knee. Exhale, ease halfway down. Make any adjustments for your hips. Rising up in Ekapada Raja Kapatanasana, royal pigeon pose. And then we're going to take rest. We're going to take rest by stacking one hand on top of the other, resting at the spiritual eye, releasing as much as possible. Past, future, it's natural for the mind to do that, but we're resting. I rest in the eternal now. I rest and return to the eternal now. So tempting to stay here longer. We're going to keep flowing. Inhale, rising up, maybe on the fingertips of thumbs to start. And then bringing the palms down, turn the back toes under, step it back. Thread it out. In your practice, draw the inner borders of the feet together, three-legged dog. Left leg lifts up. Left knee bends. Rotating the ankle. Left knee comes toward the chest and between the hands. Right leg slides back. Reach side to side. Submerged in thy eternal light that permeates every particle of my being. I'm living in that light or thy light as we melt down. Stacking the other hand on top if you could remember. Softening the shoulders, resting in the eternal now. Lots of past and future will come up. And return to the eternal now. And we rise up. Let's have palms stacked. Inhale. Heart lift. Should we shake side to side? And then we're going to come on to this left hip to bring this right leg around. And let's just extend into Jani Shirshasana. Okay. Hands to the heart. Spiritual eye. Elongate, take your time. Straight spine at first. You can use a strap. If you can, melt forward. Safe and sound. In this moment, I am safe. I am sound. I return to peace. Peace of my true nature, already whole, already free, already aware. Inhale, heart lifts, sweeping the arms up, adding a twist toward that bent knee if possible, coming up and stretching through the side body. 2 or 3 breaths. And coming down. Before we extend to the other side, take a full yogic breath. Belly, heart, crown, opening to the light. Crown, heart, belly, feet, receiving that light. Every breath can be this self-offering, opening, and receiving. So if you take in the oxygen on the inhale, we give out the CO2 to the plants on the exhale. Left leg extends. Feel the toes back. Facing that extended leg, add the twist, heart. Rising up, take your time in our Jani Shirshasana. You could stay with a straight spine or you can round. In this moment, I am safe, I am sound. I return to the natural peace within. I am safe, I am sound. I return to the natural peace within. Already whole, already free, already aware. And when you're ready, or stay longer, I'm going to elongate, twist toward that bent knee, sweep the arms down by my side, right hand down, lift up onto that right knee, open, side stretch. Take your time. Return to your comfortable seat. The other foot in front. Taking a couple rounds of the full yogic breath as we affirm, I am submerged in the eternal light. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in my light. And we draw the knees in. We're going to ease down onto our backs now. Take your time. We're going to do bridge. So if you want a blanket, have the edge, your head on the outside edge of the blanket. Low, mid, upper back comes down. Let's fold those knees in and just release the spine. Gentle rocking side to side. So when those thoughts come in that we want to release, we offer them up, we let them go, and then we bring those thoughts back in. Every thought is a bridge back to divine grace. All right, bridge pose. Toes turned in, inhaling, legs strong, lifting the hips up, rocking one shoulder then the other underneath you. Inner thighs magnetize, maybe palms reach up and we circle with that plate. Every thought is a bridge back to divine grace. The thoughts take me out. Divine, every thought could come back as a bridge back to divine grace. And ease down, melt down the upper, mid, low back. We'll do a little Pilates arcing curl here. Dig the sacrum into the earth, lumbars off the floor on the inhale. Exhale, flattening the navel to the spine. Inhale, arcing, lumbar off the floor, belly expands, exhale, low back touches, navel to the spine. 2 more. Okay. Folding your right knee in and rotating the ankle. And if it's okay in your back, extend that left leg, circling this knee around. Love to end with the spinal twist. So restorative planning. The right foot down, swivel the hips. Use your left hand to ease this knee across the body, pulsing back and forth. Knee, shoulder, hydration. Stabilize, leg can be extended or not. And sweep that arm up and over. Divine light is within me and all around me. Divine light is within me and all around me. You let the affirmation start loud and then go more quiet or inward. Divine light is within me and all around me. Notice all the ways we affirm that truth. See which one really speaks to your soul right now. Soften the right knee, plant the foot, swivel, and extend.
Before we go the other side, shake that right leg like a windshield wiper, side to side, releasing tension, releasing past traumas. Head to the left and center. 6 to 8 times, bilateral. So much of yoga is bilateral. Opposite, left and right, releasing, reorganizing the brain. And full yogic breath. Okay, lunar side, left side, inner borders of the feet together. Bending the left knee toward the shoulder. Rotating the ankle. So great for digestion, restoration, rest and digest. Plant the foot. Swivel over to the left. Do we know this? And opposite hand, opposite knee. Hydrate back and forth. After 3 or 4 of these, you decide if you want to extend. The right toes turn up, pores engaged, hearts open. And we sweep that left arm up and around. That's going along for the ride. Divine life is within me and all around me. Divine life is within me and all around me. Notice which one of the affirmations you may want to take throughout your day. Several. One. Soften the knee and plant the foot. Swivel. Descend the left leg. And breathe. Start to rock that left foot out to the side, but it happens from the hip, windshield wiper. Head to the right and center. Simultaneously, this is happening. Now we're releasing deep tension, deep traumas. Say yes to letting go of those past blockages. This speaks to you, say yes, inwardly or outwardly. Go with grace, past blockages, traumas, tension, current, but we're also releasing those. Stabilize. And see if you want to come into Supta Baddha Konasana or the legs extended for a couple rounds of full yogic breath. Solar lunar, releasing back to the central channel of the spine where the wholeness is. Deep Sushumna, deep peace. Sense and feel what would be best for you as we move into our restorative pose, into Shavasana. Would that be continuing how you are? Would that be legs up the wall? Some kind of bolster, support, or block for the back of the heart? You know, there's lots of choices. It could be simply dragging your legs over the couch or a chair to get that gentle inversion, and any way you like. Okay, very good. So keeping peaceful, slow, affirmative inward practice going.
Okay. So depending on your body positioning, you may or may not want to turn your head, easing from side to side. Softening and opening through the crown. Deeply relaxing the eyes, muscles and nerves around the eyes, especially the backs of the eyes. Let the eye sockets rest, the back of the eye sockets. Softening your upper and lower jaw. And feel the next inhale, the coolness arises to both nostrils, left and right, to the spiritual eye. And that warm, cooked air comes out of the nostrils, left and right. Let's breathe in an inner strength quality. It could be love or peace, joy, compassion, or some other inner strength. For some people, it may be helpful to bring a memory, an image that arises to evoke this inner strength more fully into your body. Maybe a time perhaps where you were experiencing this quality or inner strength in your life. Allow your entire body and mind to participate in this inner strength. Softening the shoulders and throat. Letting go of overthinking. And maybe you can recognize how this inner strength is always present. Maybe feeling like it's hidden perhaps in the background of your experience. But we're bringing it to the foreground. It's part of awareness itself. As we open the heart and breathe in this inner strength, this pure awareness, this unchanging awareness, in which all kinds of changes are unfolding and arising, but we're returning back to this sometimes called pure awareness, peace, love, compassion, equanimity, inner strength. Softening the arms and palms of the hands, digits of the fingers and thumbs. Breathing deep into the belly, solar plexus and the ribs, low back. Welcoming everything just as it is, just as it is not, making space for it all with that quality of compassion, peace, and love, the awareness of. This is what's changed less. Everything else is changing, returning to wholeness. Softening, if possible, the cheeks, the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, all the way through to the soles of the feet, digits of the toes and heels. Relaxed yet aware. Resting in wholeness. Which you are already. The core. Just noticing if it's time for you to return to movement or stay in that deep interiorization. Perhaps wiggling the fingers and toes. Resting on your side if you're returning at your pace and time. Feel that nourishment of the fetal pose. Or the representing the deep nourishment we've given ourselves, that peaceful, quiet return to wholeness. And in any position you are, we could send healing energy to others. So important through the Om sound, the 3-syllable Om sound, visualizing anyone you'd like to send this energy to. It could be a place in the world. It could be the planet itself. We'll rub our hands together, perhaps. Not required. The intention is here. Inhaling. And bringing the hands in namaste, acknowledging that divine awareness within you, within everyone and everything. That's where we are one. And may we ease into our day with grace and removing of unnecessary obstacles by Ganesha as we, I'm going to just pause this for those who want to